I just thought I'd do a video talking about riding a motorcycle on a daily basis, what the costs are. Just going on what I do. During the spring and summer, I like to ride, because I'm retired, I like to ride, 7 days a week. And obviously, there's days you can't because of the rain or whatever, high gust of winds. But anyhow, gas up here is kind of expensive now. So I go about 200 miles a day. I average about 200 miles a day. Some days more, some days less. So every day I'm filling up the tank because I can get about 240 miles a tank on here. So to fill it up, I just got done for my last ride for the season. I just filled it up and I use premium. Now, you don't have to use premium, but I do because there's a big power performance difference. So I just filled it up and it cost me, I put in 6.3 gallons and it was $14. So if the prices stayed exactly the same, so every day I'd have to pay $14 just to ride the bike. And then I go for several hours, 4 or 5 hours a day. And, sometimes I got a little cooler, I bring some pop and water. And then if I have something to make sandwiches, I'll make a sandwich. So that way it won't cost me too much money to eat. But there's other times I like to just jump on the bike and get something to eat. So you just figure $10 a day for eating and say $15 a day for gas. So it's going to cost you roughly, if you drive as many miles as I have, and that's not a lot of miles, 200 miles a day, that's not a lot of miles. It'll cost you like $25 a day. You just think it ain't too bad, but if you're doing that 7 days a week, you're looking at $150 a week. So I don't think anybody's ever really talked about it. I'm not talking about the equipment and insurance and stuff like that, because I have year-round insurance. But yeah, just in case you decide you want to buy a motorcycle, or you have one and you just want to compare what you're spending, what I'm spending per day on the motorcycle. It's like 25 bucks a day. And this is all I do. During the summer, spring, it's all I do is ride. Ride as much as I can, every day I can. So that's the reason I went for a ride today. Like today is November 7th of 2021. And the next couple of days they're talking snow flurries and maybe some snow. It all depends which way the wind's tracking. So once that happens, I'm done. I don't care if it gets be up to the 70s. Unless the roads are dry, but they're not going to be. Once the snow hits, I'm done. And it's going to be hard as hell. I like hiking, so I can do that. But there's nothing better than riding a motorcycle. So I love riding and parking, going hiking, and jump back on and go. So if you think about buying a motorcycle, that's something you might want to think about. Is the daily cost. Gas is what kills you. But if you only put on 100 miles a day, and I'm getting, that's another reason. When I burn premium, I put premium in here, I'm getting on the average of 46 miles to 52 miles a gallon. All depends how much I'm laying into that throttle. If I put premium in here, or unleaded, just, that 87 octane, lucky if I maintain 42 miles to the gallon. So the premium is making a big difference. And then, like I said, next spring, I'd like to sell this bike after I get it serviced, and then I want to buy a Goldwing. I'm not sure what that's going to cost, but with a Goldwing, I'm going to be traveling a lot more than 200 miles a day. But okay, just wanted to share that thought and some of the daily costs of it. I don't really know, like for insurance, I don't really look at it. I have the highest full coverage I can get, and I just pay year round. A lot of people just insure them for the months that they drive them, but for me, it's just easier. I have it on with the van over there, 2017 van, and I have full coverage on both. I only have $200 on comp because at Wisconsin, that's the state law. For some reason, I don't know why, but everything else is zero. So if I wreck the bike or whatever, I don't have to come up with anything less unless it's under comp. But I pay in $160 a month for both full coverage on the van and the motorcycle. So another thing I thought about though, I get that Goldwing. This shed looks like it might be pretty big, but it's really not that. It's only a 10 by 16. There's no way a Goldwing is going to fit in here, especially I drive straight in. You know, even if I put it at an angle, I'd lose almost all the use of this garage or shed. So I'm going to have to buy another shed, even though I just brought that one 5 or 6 months ago, maybe. Yeah, it might actually be a year now, I'm not even sure. So I'd have to buy another shed just for the Goldwing. Put it over there. I really don't need 3 sheds. Honest to God on that one. But anyhow, yeah, like I said, about $25 a day is what I'm spending on the motorcycle rides. All right. Have good holidays. Bye.